Hello! Welcome to the Chickasaw Civic Theater presentation of the Comedies of Varying Intellectual Degree 19-hour High Festival. Just a couple of days from the vote.
Okay. Hey, aren't you mad too, Ethan? About what? Mom and Dad going out of town and not letting me be in charge. I mean, I'm old enough to watch you. I'm 15. I already have my learner's permit, so I could take you to the hospital if you do. So
why would I need to go to the hospital?
I don't know. This is just an example.
Yeah, but you could have used anything as an example, like going to Waterburger or I guess Krispy Kreme. But you used hospital. What are you planning on doing to me?
Nothing.
If you say so.
I just don't understand why Mom and Dad think we need someone to help watch us. I'm responsible and mature. I don't need a babysitter. I don't need a babysitter. I'm not a baby.
Right. Don't be such a Karen.
Karen. Oh. Please don't say that. He doesn't like my name. And anyways, they didn't even tell us who's coming to watch us, like, over the weekend. This is hard. You? Uncle Kevin!
The one and only. Hard to believe, isn't it?
This is awesome.
Right?
Oh my goodness. Okay, Mom and Dad don't trust me, but they trust you? Why would they trust you?
Well, why would they not? What have I ever done to make them doubt my sense of credibility and trustworthiness? Well, don't answer that. Listen, just because I was your last choice doesn't mean I'm a bad choice. You gotta loosen up. Don't be such a Karen, Karen.
Not you too.
It'll be great. After all, I am the uncle.
The what?
Funkle. You know, the fun uncle? Oh, by the way, Connor's coming over.
Wait. Why are you here?
Oh, I think we both know why I'm here, Karen. It's fate. Our fate. Hey, it's the Funkle.
Hey, con man. Welcome to the party. Mikasa Sukasa. You don't know what that means? It means my house is Sue's house.
Who's Sue?
My sister, their parents, their mom. Anyway, make yourself at home. Hey, you losers got anything good to eat around here?
Yeah? No.
I mean, we have healthy food.
Yuck, that's not what I asked.
I know. Mom threw out all the good food. She made Dad go on a diet again. She said he has to flatten the curve.
We have kale.
You know what they say about preparing kale, right?
What?
Well, if you saute it in some coconut oil, it makes it easier to scrape it into the garbage can.
Oh.
Well, we don't have very many good. Sure, we don't have much good food here. But Mom and Dad did give me $200 to spend on takeout food.
$200? Just how much pizza can you little monsters eat in a weekend?
Well, you're coming over, and they knew that, right?
Yeah?
Maybe more.
We are to flatten the curve of the earth.
Wait. Say that again. What was that?
I've been reading about it. It's true. We've been fooled for centuries. And the Flat Earth Society is not new. We have members all around.
Okay, say it again and say it slow.
The Flat Earth Society has members all around the globe.
As usual, my not so nerdy friend. You are completely mistaken. Flattening the curve is not a scientific term. It is emotional.
It is?
Yes.
And how is it emotional?
Because just as a heart full cannot stay its way forever, lest it burst. Believe me, I know. I know only too well.
Lord.
Yes, dearest. My heart, just as my heart is full, I realize that you are not yet ready to receive my love. It would destroy you, so I must push it down. Down, I tell you. So as not to destroy the very fabric of reality. I must, with great sadness, flatten the curve of my devotion to you. And see.
Good luck with that. That's also not what flattening the curve is.
All right, then, let's see what is it.
Flattening the curve is about making sure that the spread of a contagious virus is held to a minimum, and so the public health service isn't overrun. Well, then what do you think it is, Mr. Bunkle?
Obviously, it's a psychosocioeconomic.
What?
Psychosocioeconomics.
Please explain.
Gladly. Allow me a demonstration. Where's that $200 your parents left you?
Right here. Why?
Hold it up for us, so we can all see. That, my dear niece, that money is a curse.
It is.
Yes, it is. You see, right now, as you hold it up there, I can see your face flushing and your hand starting to tremble. You're getting anxious about the endless possibilities of what could happen to it. Oh, what if you lose it? What if you drop it down a garbage disposal by accident? What if a burglar comes bursting through that door, snatches it out of your hand, and runs away with it?
I don't think a burglar is.
Well, stay with me here. That money is causing you great mental anguish and elevating your already high normal baseline of anxiety. But give the money to Ethan here and watch what happens. See that? I can see, Karen, your anxiety already decreasing as you breathe. If anything happens to the money now, it's not your problem. It's not your fault. Why? Because it would be all Ethan's fault.
What? Why is it my fault?
Well, because, young Einstein, you're already thinking about donating that money to the Flat Earth Society to make yourself feel better for having been duped.
I am?
Clearly. So, in order to avoid a lifetime of self-loathing over your own lack of intelligence, you should give the money to Conrad. There. Now, how do you feel, Ethan, now that you have avoided such a monumentally bad decision with that money?
Really good.
Exactly. Conrad, how about you? How do you feel?
I feel really good too.
No, you don't.
I don't.
Of course not.
Why not?
Because you've already decided to take that money and spend every last cent on flowers and chocolate and comic books for the beautiful Karen, your one true love. But, as you've already said, she's not ready for that. And although she'll eat all of the chocolate, she will spurn your advances. She will shatter the poet's heart. And maybe, just maybe, she will put a universe-destroying rip in the fabric of reality that you just mentioned. Is that what you want?
No.
Is it?
No, here, you take it.
Smart move, my friend. You just saved us all. But wait, what about me? I can already feel my nervous system turning against me just by the very presence of this accursed money in my hand. But obviously, as your loving uncle, I can't give it to any of you and torture your fragile minds with it any longer.
What are you going to do?
The only thing I can do, I will restore balance to the force. I will remove the money from this house and immediately spend it as quickly as I can, so as not to burden my own mortal soul with it any longer than necessary. That's all, Lance. in charge of her brother again as it should have been.
Yes. Yeah. And my stress level has gone down.
And Ethan, do you feel wiser, smarter than before?
Yeah, I'm not worried about being fooled by science anymore.
And what about you, Connor? How do you feel? Are you glad that you saved the universe?
Are you kidding? I feel like the Skywalker.
Well, my job here is done. I have thankfully saved all you young souls by the principles of psychosocioeconomics. Oh, and by the way, that, my friends, is how we flatten the curve.
No, I can't. I've got to write this damn play.
I warned you about that,
I thought it would be fun.
and it isn't.
I don't have any ideas.
For heaven's sake, think of something.
You can't just order them from Amazon Prime here. They'll come when they want to come.
I know that, I write too, but if you concentrate, the ideas will come.
I have been concentrating, and they haven't come.
And that means you haven't been really concentrating.
What's the difference between concentrating and really concentrating?
Getting ideas.
Oh, thanks.
Don't mention it.
You can count on that.
So, what are you gonna do?
I am going to get one of my old plays and revamp it.
That's cheating.
Why?
Because you were supposed to make something up in 19 hours, not go haul something out from 19 years ago.
Does it say that in the rules?
I think that's the spirit of the thing.
Well, who's going to know the difference?
You'll know. I'll know.
So, are you going to report me to the judging committee?
Probably not.
What do you mean, probably not?
I mean that you probably won't win anyway, so it won't matter. Except to your conscience and your self-respect.
What do you think, I'm going to be overcome with guilty feelings because I've revamped an old play instead of writing a new one?
Well, won't you?
I haven't planned on it. You talk like I'm thinking about robbing a bank or something.
Well, there's a lot of similarity.
Oh, please.
Well, isn't there?
Look, what do they want? Just some short plays, some, sketches, like you see on TV. Funny, a few laughs, a lot of smiles. Why should they care on how we get there? I'm not plagiarizing anyone, not even myself.
The whole trick is to make it up from scratch in 19 hours. You defeat the whole end if you go refurbish something out of a file. And you are cheating all of the people who are following the rules.
Oh dear, how disgusting.
Well, I would be annoyed if I found out someone was cheating, wouldn't you?
I can't say that I would care.
Well, I know that you get pretty upset when you find one of your students cheating.
Well, that's different.
No, cheating is cheating, the same as lying is lying.
But this isn't really cheating.
You should see the way that you rave about certain politicians,
So do you?
which is why I make it a point not to cheat.
Look, these are just guidelines, damn it. There's nothing in the rules that say that all the material has to be brand new. At least I don't think so.
I think it's implicit.
Besides, I can't be funny under pressure.
Can you be funny at all?
I don't know. What about that play I wrote about the incompetent psychic palm reader? That was pretty good. That had some laughs.
Drunk scenes are always good for a few cheap laughs.
Maybe we should do a few snorts now and see what happens.
It's only 10 o'clock in the morning.
Maybe I should just write some gibberish in the form of tweets.
Oh, keep politics out of it, please.
Well, what about the one about the guy that brings the bear home because it followed him?
Too many sound effects in that one.
All right. Oh, how about that one about the couple that gets
back roads near the Mississippi line.
This is my point. You've done it before.
You know, that's why I love getting help from you. Instead of throwing me a life ring, you keep throwing me animals.
And this is the thanks I get. What about that idea about the terrorist scouts?
I don't know, it kind of lost its edge. And it doesn't fit in with the middle-aged couple that I'm supposed to be writing about.
Good point. So, what about the couple that gets lost?
Well, he's lost, but he doesn't want to admit it.
Of course.
He also doesn't want to stop and ask directions.
Typical.
Would you want to stop at a rundown cabin called Billy Bob's Cottonmouth Junction, cold beer, ammo, and live bait in the Escatawpa Swamp?
Well, that's the man's job.
And then they just tell you, well, you go down the road here about 2 miles, and then you take a right at the Heavenly Gate Holy Roller Tabernacle, excepting that burnt down about 2 years ago.
You need to have a translator, someone who could speak both Mississippi and English.
And that's if they don't shoot you on the spot for being a homosexual atheist liberal from Cali, Massa, York.
Well, you can't be too careful. So, how about a drive?
I've got to write this.
But you're not writing.
That's because you're distracting me.
Well, I am sorry. I will leave you alone.
Look, I'm sorry. This is my fault. I never should have signed up for this.
It's a little late to decide that now. We are counting on you to produce something.
Yeah, poor souls. You know, there are people who can produce funny. I had this friend, Barry. You know, we'd be in the mess hall just talking. There'd be a lull in the conversation. He would just launch into this infomercial for, salt. He'd have this deadpan announcer voice. It was like, salt, try some today. He was always funny. You know, he could not stop being funny. It's like being in the army with Robin Williams. I've never really been that kind of funny.
No, but people hardly ever are. Although, you can't tell a joke either.
Thanks.
Well, it's true.
Alas, yes. Sometimes I wonder if I've ever been funny.
Satiric jives are really your thing, your forte. Or is it your fort?
Yeah, probably. If you remember the Alamo.
Where is that? I forget.
Oh, Alamode with ice cream.
You're right. You're not funny.
I can always count on you for some moral support.
It's in my job description.
So what, do you have like this checklist of insults and self-confidence killers that you're just supposed to go through every day?
Am I your wife?
It says so somewhere.
Enough said.
Usually more than enough. I don't know, maybe I'll just go wash the cars.
Are there any good car wash gags?
Nature abhors the vacuum. There's this old one. A guy says, last week I decided to wash the car with my son. Eventually the boy says, Dad, can't you just use a sponge? Car washes are what suburbanites do instead of a rain dance. I got a million of them, folks, and they all have the same punchline.
Well, why don't you try reading a good book?
What does Jane Austen have to say about car washes?
Not much.
All right, here we go. A priest, a minister, and a rabbi take their car to a car wash.
And?
It's your turn. I've come up with all the other jokes.
Oh, were those jokes?
I could use a little help here.
You could use a lot of help here.
And you're fresh out.
Sorry, no more shipments till Monday.
Well, I guess I'm back to rewriting an old play then.
I thought I talked you out of that.
You did, and then you talked me out of everything since then.
All right. Baseball. What about baseball? You know any good baseball jokes?
Just the ones from kindergarten. And those that are too inappropriate. Oh, here's one. A guy goes to a baseball game and wonders why the ball is getting larger and larger, and then it hits him.
Fair.
There's the reference to baseball in the Bible.
All right, I'll buy it.
In Genesis, where it says, in the big inning. All right. How about this? What did Boston slugger Ted Williams tell Vern Stevens after he hit Rod Sewell's signature pitch, the Ephus, out of the park?
What?
That, my friend, is how you flatten the kite.
Come on in. You ever watch The Office?
Sometimes, I suppose. My parents really like it.
Who are you?
Susan Wopat. I'm here for the interview.
Oh, okay. Come on in. Have a seat. Have a seat. Hey, don't sit there. Sit there. I got this nervous twitch in my right eye from all the heavy lifting I do. Why don't you sit over here?
And what's your name, sir?
Well, my Christian given name is George, but you can call me Rosebud.
Rosebud?
That's right, Wopat.
I would really prefer to call me Susan, sir.
Well, frankly, my dear, I don't. Well, you know how that goes. So, how did you hear about this job?
I saw it on Indeed.com.
Indeed, you did.
So, what is it exactly that you do here? The posting I sent my resume to was a P.O. box, and I've never been to this side of town.
Ooh, we're not in Kansas anymore, Toto.
I suppose not, sir. And again, what is it that we're doing here?
What we do here is, we do. 1 second there, Wopat, I gotta get this. Hey, that was Middleditch. Do you know Middleditch? Apparently, some of the guys out in the field, they're not working up to par today. You ever carried a watermelon?
I suppose so, sir. I really like watermelon. Is this job working in the grocery store or a produce stand? The application did say something about being able to lift up to 30 pounds.
So you're strong. You say like physically strong? Okay, I'm going to mark that down, write that down as a strength. Now, tell me about your weaknesses.
My weaknesses? If you look at my resume, you'll see that I graduated and was a salutatorian at my high school. I'm looking for a way to pay for my college.
Number 2, huh? Nobody puts baby in the corner. So you're looking for money too, right? Show me the money!
The posting said the pay rate is on a sliding scale, and since I'm not exactly sure what you do here, I don't know how qualified I am.
I got one word for you with that. Just one word.
Yes, sir?
Are you listening?
Yes, I am.
Plastics.
Plastics. Oh, what a relief. By the way, you were talking in circles. I thought you were crazy. Or I was crazy. This job is in plastics. Okay, so like manufacturing plastics or toys or bottles or the application did say something about answering the phone. There's always like 800 numbers on things to call these days.
Oh, if you build it, they will come.
job is in manufacturing.
That's just like your opinion, man.
Oh, I'm sorry, Rosebud. I didn't mean to offend you. It's just that from the research I've done, the companies are starting to expand. I think pivoting is going well.
If you put your effort and concentration into playing to your potential, to be the best you can be, I don't care what the scoreboard says at the end. In my books, we'll be winners!
That's exactly what I was trying to say, George. Rosebud. If that's the philosophy, this sounds like a great place to work. Last quarter, I did a dual enrollment class at the junior college, and my professor said that it's always best to be upfront, understanding the company's philosophy when choosing a career.
I'm the king of the world!
It sounds like you're happy here.
Around here, we round up the usual suspects.
I'm not exactly sure what that means.
Shut up. Shut up. You had me at hello.
Another thing I learned in class is the power of providing communication across the board when getting a main idea across.
You talking to me?
That's exactly what I mean, George. Who else would I be talking to?
What we have here is a failure to communicate.
Exactly.
Hey, enough of my yakking. What do you say? Let's boogie!
So is this the end of the interview?
I'm going to make you an offer you can't refuse.
So I got the job.
Yeah, you do. I'll have someone email you over the paperwork. Health and dental are included.
Health and dental? That's amazing. It didn't say anything about that, indeed.
Yeah, absolutely. Can you start training on Monday?
I'd love to. This is my first job interview, so I didn't know how to expect.
Well, Pat, I believe this is going to be the beginning of a beautiful friendship. Welcome to Comcast! Nice to see you. Have a good day. I got to call Bob. Hey, Bob, I got another one. Yeah, her name's Wopat. You owe me another 50. I know, just like Luke do. Spells it the same way and everything. Cute young girl. Probably got a pretty cool dad. Yeah, I did the movie bit quote this time, and I really played it up. It was awesome. Of course that's fair. You got a kid a couple of weeks ago named Roscoe. If we can find Daisy and Jesse in the app file, we're gonna win Fantasy Hazard County this year for sure. Straightening the curves, flattening the hills. Someday the mountain might get them, but I'll never will. And that, my friend, is how you flatten the curve.
Waiting on a train?
In a sense, I'm waiting for a friend.
I am as well. Well, it seems we're waiting on our friends together, doesn't it?
Seems so. Your friend must be pretty special for you to be out here in the dark, alone, cold.
Well, I could say the same thing about you. But in all honesty, I've never met the man before. I just know he's going to be here right this minute and on the next train.
How strange. Now, I hate to intrude, but you say he's your friend, but you've never even met him?
Just because I haven't met someone doesn't mean they aren't my friend.
Actually, it's pretty close to exactly what that means.
Well, compassionate people never seem to be for a lack of friends. I mean, take you. You are probably here meeting someone pretty special, like a long-lost brother, recently divorced old flame.
Oh, how I wish that was true. All my old flames are happily married now that I think about it. But no, I have to be honest. My friend I'm meeting, I've never met before.
Well, that seems very unusual, but,
They could talk about it on the train, maybe?
yeah. Oh, yeah. Maybe they're talking about us on the train, just like we're talking about them.
Perhaps, but I'd be surprised. You see, my friend does not seem like a very talkative person.
Neither does mine, now that you mention it.
What's
You know,
keeping
what's-
that train?
Yeah, it's taking such a long time.
I'm Maurice, by the way.
I'm Angie.
What do you do for work, Angie?
Well, in a previous life, I wanted to write. Now I write obituaries.
Now, there's a cheerful job. But, you know, seriously, people's work these days seems so gloomy, you know?
Well, it's really not that depressing. Usually the only information we get is the date of birth, the date of death, the deceased name, the next of kin or family's name, and then the rest just seems to write itself.
But don't you think you would find more pleasure in your occupation if you could at least know the cause of the passing?
However do you mean?
Well, isn't that the main issue people ask you when you tell them you write obituaries?
Well, yes, in a way, but
Listen, I just think your creativity is being stifled. Wouldn't it be more interesting if you could, like, go into the grisly details of say, the tragic yachting accident or the mountain lion attack? You know, instead of just saying, Tom is survived by Tom Jr. and little Tim.
well, interesting. Yes. Ethical? I'm not so sure.
Newspapers these days, I think, equate those two together.
Well,
Are you wondering perhaps what I do for a living?
well, what do you do, Mr. Maurice? Are you a heavy professional yourself?
Actually, some people might think so. I'm a professor.
And what do you profess?
Animal sciences.
Animal sciences?
That's correct.
I don't know what those are.
Well, you know, you have your human sciences, like medicine, for instance, the study of the body, treatment of the body. Well, I focus on the same things, except with regard to animals.
So, like a veterinarian?
Oh, no, not like one of those people. And it's ridiculous for you to say that. No, the secret to studying bears, dogs, cats, foxes, spiders, even, excuse me. Hello? This is he. So Sam is held up? Okay, well that's good information, thank you.
I'm sorry, did you just say Sam?
I did.
Sam Beck?
It is.
So the person you're waiting for is named Sam Beck?
How do you know that? What's going on here?
I'm waiting for Mr. Beck, too.
I should have known. Two people out here in the dark of the night meeting two other people? What? The chances are so slim.
And from the sounds of that phone call, it sounds like we're going to be waiting a bit longer.
That's what I hear. Listen, what's an attractive woman like you doing setting up a meeting with Sam Beck, the fixer?
Well, you're a scientist, correct? You have some idea of graphs?
I have encountered graphs once in a while, yes.
Well, my entire life is like an age loneliness graph. You know, when I was a child, I used to love being alone. I could play house for hours all by myself with my friends just up here in my head. But then as I grew older, I created for myself a life I thought was worth sharing. But I guess that's not the case. Can you understand that?
Oh, if you only knew. So you decided you would go to Sam Beck and have him do his work and perhaps decrease your loneliness.
Oh, no. I just wanted him to stop making it worse. When I was a kid, adults seemed to be so stable. Like nothing ever went wrong with what I know now.
It's funny, if you took your graph and substituted fear for loneliness, you would have my life exactly in a nutshell. You see, my whole life I have been afraid of being unloved. And that fear, the fear would grow, and the effect would be pronounced. And that would cause more fear, and more fear, more effect. And, I heard about Sam Beck, and I thought...
And you thought that he would stabilize things.
Exactly. A man reaches a certain age, my age, and he realizes things he has been fighting for all his life were wrong. Like money, security, success, comforts. I realized at some point, all I wanted was peace of mind.
Like raindrops trying to coalesce before they hit the ground.
Who said that?
Me. Just now.
I told you your creativity is being wasted.
Hello? Mm-hmm. Well, how long is that going to take? Well, thank you for letting me know.
Beck?
His assistant or some other. Delayed again. So, I tried dating again recently.
How did that work out?
Not very well. This one guy, I communicated with him virtually for weeks. When we finally decided to get together, he suggested a movie, which is good. And we showed up. He was so awkward. He wasn't prepared to talk at all. Not like a movie theater is the kind of place where you can get to know someone. But he bought this enormous bucket of popcorn and didn't touch the thing the whole night. Just sat there silently with his bucket of popcorn. Then when we left, he bumped into a display and spilled like half of it everywhere. Then on the way home, actually not on the way home, later that night, he texted me and said he'd like me to pay for half of that popcorn. He was rather pleasant up to that point.
Oh, that's painful. Let me tell you what. I had a woman try to crack my skull open with a dumbbell. Yes, totally true. She went back to her ex, actually.
Oh, no. Well, on my birthday, my boyfriend said he had a surprise for me at his house. So I got all dressed up, went to his house. It was an intervention for his sister. He forgot my birthday totally.
Oh, how awful. Let me tell you, I dated a woman once, and she turned out to be a spy for the Russian government.
What? Really?
Yep, true story. It's too complicated to go into, but basically she had me confused with someone else. It's too complicated, but...
No, we better start picking our partners better.
Uh-huh.
Beck isn't coming, is he?
I don't think he is.
Well, then I'm going to go somewhere warm. It's been very nice talking with you, Maurice.
Same to you. Hey, would you...
You have my phone number in your pocket already. Call me sometime.
That, my friend, is how you flatten a curve. Ha!
So I could handle the kids being home if John was in here. And you know, I'd love for John to be here if the kids weren't home. A noise? I didn't hear a noise. Oh, it's probably just John bellowing for his breakfast. You know, one of these days, Rita, I'm going to have to teach you about how I became such a quick cook. Not that it would matter anyway, Rita, because John just accuses me of making him fat.
Marcia!
Not that he needs much help. He's doing a good job on his own. Hey, I'm going to let you go. I'll call you back later.
Marcia! You see what's happened to my shirt? Huh? What are you going to do about it?
Oh, I see it. What am I going to do about it?
You.
What do you mean? I don't follow.
Well, I think you've been washing my shirts in hot water, and now look, they've all shrunk.
Seriously? I don't think that's how that happened.
Yes, you've washed all my shirts in hot water. All of my dress shirts don't fit anymore because you washed them in hot water and then in a hot dryer.
Daddy, are you gonna play Santa Claus with us?
Yeah, you sure got enough.
You brat kid, get over here.
Hey, calm down, Sid. Sorry.
Did you hear what your son said to me? What are you going to do about it?
What am I going to do about it? I'm going to call him for breakfast. Kids, come eat!
Can't you support me?
Support you? You're not asking for support. You're just trying to make you do your dirty work.
I need you to back me up here.
Back you up, John. To back you up, that means you have to leave. And you're not leaving. You just want me to fight your battles for you. You know, it's like having 3 kids around here instead of 2.
I don't get any respect here, do I?
Respect? Don't make this bigger than it is, John.
I want to know if you respect me.
It's hard to answer that question with your belly hanging out.
Mommy, I'm done. Can I be excused?
Yeah, let go of the train off.
Yes, you guys can be excused, but hey, listen, brush your teeth, and it's Tuesday, don't forget. You have school.
Why are you being nice to me? You only care about the kids.
Honey, that's not true, and you know it.
You think I'm fat and unattractive.
Baby, don't say that about yourself. Listen, come sit down and have some breakfast, okay?
Okay.
Oh, are you done already?
Yes.
Whoa. Hey, we're not the Simpsons, Homer.
Whoa.
Listen. What is your problem?
You think I need a diet? You think I've gained too much weight, don't you? Yeah, that's all I get for cereal? That's all I get for breakfast? You're so cruel to me. I'll show you. I'll wear a suit to work. You can't have washed all my suits, can you? All my suits can't have shrunk when they're too small to fit me, can they? I'll wear a suit to work today. You'll see. I don't need to be on a diet.
Johnny, Marcy, come to school.
School! I love school!
Johnny, come right now. Listen to me. Johnny, if you don't get in your seat before class starts, you're not getting a cupcake or snack.
Cupcakes? Man, she really knows how to get it got where it hurts.
See, I do not need a diet. Huh?
Is that your Halloween costume?
Hey, what are you doing with this? I need this for an important meeting at work.
Yeah, take it, Dad.
John, listen, hey, don't you remember last week you broke the kid's iPad? Listen, I asked you then if you would please buy the kids another iPad, and you wouldn't. No, you said they could just use yours. I told you then they had school on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and today is Tuesday.
And I'm going to school.
No, hey, I need that for work. Bring it back.
I need to get some of this.
Oh, hey, Gail. Yeah. had so many families and stories where they're just falling apart during these times. But not us. Listen, this is wonderful news. But do you mind calling back? I think it'd be better coming from you. Okay, thanks.
Where is she?
What? Oh, hello? Yeah, John's right here.
Oh, yeah.
It's Gail, your secretary. You, get to school now. Go. Get. Woo!
Hey, great news. They're reopening the office.
What?
I gotta work tomorrow.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Yes, and they're requiring us all to wear sweats to work now. Because the boss and his son have, put on some extra weight during these times at home. So now we're all gonna have to wear sweats and go to exercise class. Yeah, we're gonna be working all those pounds. It's gonna be great. I can't wait. So I'll be there tomorrow, and I need to go find me some sweats.
Oh, that's great. Oh, John.
Oh, Marcia.
Yeah. Hey, Rita. Yeah. Sorry I missed out calling you back. It has been such a morning. Right. Well, let me tell you the good news. His office called, and they're bringing him back to work. Exactly. Except for, everybody there is getting so much weight, they're making wear sweatpants. And do an exercise program. I know. Yeah. Oh, but it's just been insufferable around here. First, John had the nerve. He accused me of getting him fat, and then he accused me of putting on a diet. And he said I was shrinking all of his clothes. Can you believe that? There wasn't anything I could do about it. But, the other guys at work, they were all having the same problem. Yeah, exactly. And that, my friend, is how you flatten the curve.